Welcome friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, we are going to talk about project procurement types. Simple but with a lot of content and a lot of value. Let's start this. As I said, type of the contracts which we use in procurement of projects. So this is the topic of the day. Before I move ahead, request you to subscribe my channel, like it and give your valuable comments. So let us look at what are the types of contracts. Generally, there are 3 and 4 categories we are going to discuss a little later. Fixed price, cost reimbursable, times and material contract. So let us look at what are the elements of it. Price, which is the amount which is given by the seller. Cost, which is for the buyer, right? And profit is what the seller earns by giving services or delivering the materials to the project. So let us look at the types of contract. First one is purchase order. Second one is fixed price contract. Third one is time and material. And fourth one is cost reimbursable. Let us look at first purchase order. When to use purchase order? When there are ready-made products or services which are available. There is no need of any customization. These are off-the-shelf items which we can use, which we can get by giving the purchase order. Price reference is available in the market. You can generally get what is the price reference. So there are a lot of materials for projects like nut bolts and MS materials, angles, channels, and there are many things which are available. No technical customization or specifications required because generally they are available. Only comparison of price and nothing else. In this case, only price comparison is done and generally nothing else because these are standard materials. So let us look at how it happens. He is a customer. He needs 20,000 bottles of 1 liter within 2 months. So what he does, he puts out RFQ, request for quotation. It goes to different bidders. These are the bidders. What bidder does? They send their offer or quotations to the bidders. And based on the price, the customer selects the right bidder based on cheapest and issue a purchase order. This is how the whole cycle moves on. I hope it is adding value. Let's look at now the fixed price contract. Now, what is this? Fixed price means a lot of customization required. There are clear requirements. In fixed price, you can't keep anything hanging. There has to be proper specification, proper scope, clarity, boundary limits, everything is properly given. And because it is fixed price, we expect no changes or less changes. There is no price reference which is existing because it will be different. It will have customization. It will have its own requirements and own scope. So price is fixed generally at the signing of the contract. And this is one of the riskiest thing which a vendor can do. But this is a good thing for a customer because his headache is not there. He has put right requirements, right scope, right deadlines, milestones, and is given and explained to the vendor. Vendor has come up with his cost and he has signed the contract. It's the vendor headache later on. Let us look at how it happens. There is a customer which needs a hotel to be built. Now he sells the inquiries to different bidders, or here it is request for proposal, RFP. We have seen earlier request for quotation because the things are very clear. The bidders look at the RFP and they start understanding the scope. So there are a lot of question and answer happens between the bidders and the buyer, and finally they send their proposals with proper scope, understanding of scope and everything, and finally based on the technical evaluation, the customer chooses the cheapest. So what he does, he brings everybody on the same platform. So understanding is common between the bidders. He selects the lowest bidder. So that's how fixed price contract. Let us look at what is now time and material. Now this is generally used in area where we need daily rate people. There's some specialist in software or consultant. These are used for this. This may not include the material, though the material word is here. Generally used for labor. This is the oldest form of contract, generally used for temporary use of services or staff or a professional or a subject matter expert. And here, customer will retain the control because he will get those people and get his work done. By knowing who is the specialist, he will hire them for temporary period of time, and that's how time and material works. This is with customer because he uses them and you gives him based on the effort they put in. It is responsibility of the customer to achieve the productivity and achieve the goal of the project. Daily rate contains an element of profit. Obviously, the cost of the person, and there will be some element of profit which is billed to the customer. So this is called time and element. The scope is very clear. What kind of services you need, and there are people who will be able to give services, and customer gives a contract with time and material type and gets the services done. So this is how it happens. The customer, he needs a computer engineers for making some changes in the app. So this is a customer who will put again RFPs into the market. It will go to the bidders over here. These are the bidders. Bidders will send their availability of the people and the rates of for computer engineers. Customer will do the qualification checks, and again the lowest bidder will be selected. Next one is cost reimbursable. Cost reimbursable is a little difficult. It was popular during the East India Company when they came in India. This was also a form of contract in Indian Railways, and it still operates. But now mostly it is done for the R&D projects. So let us look at how it does. Suppose order is given to do some kind of R&D. What they do, the cost required for R&D is given by the customer to the vendor. The profit element doesn't come here. That's how it works. If R&D is successful, then the profit or the fees, which is beyond the cost, is paid to the vendor in different forms. We look at how it happens. But if it is not, then vendor has to only book the cost and go away. No profit. Most defense equipments are made in this manner. This is the most risky for the buyer, but there is some risk for vendors because if the R&D is failed, vendors only cannot get any profit. So, but whatever cost comes, the customer or the buyer has to give it to the vendor. And if the R&D is successful, again the fees have to be paid to the vendor. So let us look at how it happens. The customer over here, right? He wants to build next generation fighter planes. What he'll do, he will make an objective. What are the objectives? The objective will go to the bidders which are qualified to do this. You can see these are qualified bidders who are doing it. What they will do, they will make their proposal of different kind of fighter planes based on the objectives, and they will give the proposal to him. The customer will select the right one, and finally what will do, he will grant the order of 500 aircraft, and the profit will be considered in that order. Clear? When they build this first model, they will only reimburse the cost, but if the model is successful, they will issue an order of more such items, and the profit is built into that kind of thing. So these are some of the contracts which I thought are important to understand. If you want to know more about project management, this is a course, Project Management Expertise, a detailed course which is available. If you are interested, please WhatsApp me on this number. I will be happy to help you. Thank you very much. Please subscribe my channel and follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your patience.